Hello and welcome everyone, it's Captain. Today we're looking at our Outlaw Rogue talent tree from Dragonflight beta and stuff. So what do we have with our piratey guy here? Let's look. First of the talents is Opportunity. Sinister Strike has a 35% chance to hit an additional time, making your next pistol shot half cost and double damage. So yeah, just additional procs for your Sinister Strikes and your pistol shots, quite nothing unexpected. Blade Flurry, instant 15 energy, 30 seconds cooldown, strikes up to 5 nearby targets for physical damage and causes your single target attacks to also strike up to 4 additional nearby enemies for 15% of normal damage for 10 seconds. Yeah, which is quite great, our good AoE stuff. Grappling Hook, launches a grappling hook and pull yourself to the target location, 45 seconds cooldown, 40 yards range, instant. Our mobility spell skill. Weapon Master, Sinister Strike has a 10% increased chance to strike an additional target, so even more emphasis on your using your Sinister Strikes and dealing additional strikes with the skill. Combat Potency increases your energy regeneration rate by 30%, which is probably gonna be 100% taken. It's just way more energy, way more your main resource, your main damage generation stuff. Ambidexterity. Main Gauge has an additional chance to strike while Blade Flurry is active. Okay. Between the eyes, our finisher moves with our pistols. Finisher move that deals damage with your pistol, increasing your critical strike chance against the target by 20%. Yeah, so deals like damage, grants you buff, 45 seconds cooldown. You're probably definitely gonna take it on single target, and like for M+, it's gonna be useful as well on just like gonna be useful. Yeah, so let's go probably with grappling hook part, and then we will so deeper stratagem is so up here. So with other rogue specs it was way down below, but let's look. Retractable hook reduces the cooldown of grappling hook by 15 per second and increases its retraction speed. Okay, so yeah, you're like faster, you're moving faster while you're leaping, and you're having way more uptime on your movement ability, which is quite nice. Then we have Blinding Powder, reduces the cooldown of blind by 30 seconds and increases its range by 5 yards, which is 100% PvP oriented talent. Ruthlessness, your finishing moves have a 20% chance per combo point spent to grant a combo point. So with like 5 combo points, it's gonna spend to grant a combo. Finishing moves have a 50% chance per combo point spent to grant a yeah, so you're gonna get a 1 combo point if you're finishing someone with 5 combo points, like finisher. Heavy Hitter, attacks that generate combo points deal 10% increased damage straight up. Pretty simple increase of the damage. Deeper Stratagem, gain additional 1 max combo point. Your finisher moves that consume more than 5 combo points have increased effects, and your finishing moves that deal 5% increased and your finishing moves deal 5% increased damage. So here you are increasing the damage of your power of your generators. Here you increase your power of your spenders. Audacity, half cost uses of pistol shot have a 30, so it's this proc here. Half cost uses of pistol shot have a 35% chance to cause your next ambush to be usable without stealth, which is quite great. Chance to trigger this effect matches the chance for your Sinister Strike to strike an additional time. Okay, which makes this talent even more useful. We have quite a lot of single target increases here for the damage. Triple Threat, Sinister Strike has a 10% chance to strike with both weapons after it strikes an additional time. So it's third time, or it's just yeah, it's strike with both weapons, so it's probably even third proc here, which is quite interesting. Or maybe if it's yeah, like if it's for the second proc. Strike with both weapons after it strikes an additional time. So yeah, it's like third proc. Okay, then we have our combat stamina. Stamina increased by 10%, which gains you a little bit more health. Swift slashes. Slice and dice grants an additional 3% attack speed per combo point spent, which is quite good. Now let's go with like center, I guess. Adrenaline rush increases your energy regeneration by 60% rate by 60%, your maximum energy by 50, and your attack speed by 20 for 20 seconds, 3 minutes cooldown instant. You're 100% taking this ability. Restless Blades. Finishing moves reduce the remaining cooldown of many rogue skills by 1 second per combo point spent. Many rogue skills, which don't specify... Oh, affected skills. Man. Adrenaline rush between the eyes, blade flurry, blade rush, dread blades, ghostly strike, grappling hook, keep it rolling, killing spree, marked for death, roll the bones, sepsis, sprint and vanish. So finishing moves are gonna be quite massive with you, and you're gonna have way better uptime. You're probably gonna take this. This talent looks kinda broken as well. Then we have roll the bones, of course, roll the dice of fate, which you can even skip, which is quite interesting. Roll the dice of fate, providing a random combat enhancement for 30 seconds, 25 energy, instant 45 seconds. Yeah, like you're an outlaw rogue, you're gonna take roll the bones. Loaded dice. Activating adrenaline rush causes your next roll the bones to grant at least 2 matches, which creates even bigger damaging windowses. And then float like a butterfly. Restless Blades now also apply the remaining cooldown of evasion and feint. I guess that's the Restless Blade. Now also reduces the remaining cooldown of evasion and feint by 0.5 per combo point spent. That's a totally defensive stuff, which is good for you. Yeah, you can make your feint pretty good. You can make your feint to not only decrease damage taken from AoEs, but decrease damage taken from all the stuff. Evasion is just... evasion is good if someone is attacking you, which is probably PvP. Yeah, so... Okay. I'm not sure about one combo point, one talent point there. Sleight of hand. Roll the bones has a 10% increased chance of granting additional matches. Oh, all right. So more increases for the roll the bones. Count the odds. Ambush and dispatch have a 10% chance to grant you a roll the bones combat enhancement buff you do not already have for 5 seconds duration and chance doubled while stealthed. And then it's gonna be a 20% chance, which is quite massive. Yes, so it's very cool stuff here. More buffs, yeah, which can be quite massive. Let's go with like new part of the talent tree. Riposte. Dodging an attack will trigger Mastery Main Gouge. This effect may only occur once every 1 second. Okay, so that requires you to be attacked by someone. And hit and run movement speed increased by 15%. We've had that in Assassination Rogue. And we... Yeah. Oh no, we've had that, yeah, here in the general talent tree. So here we have 15% more increased speed. Here we have 15% increased movement speed, which is quite a lot already. All right. Then we are getting Fatal Flourish. Your offhand attacks have a 75% chance to generate 10 energy. All right, additional energy generation. Ace up your sleeve. Between the eyes has a 4% chance per combo point spent to grant 4 combo points. So it gives you proccable, bursty damage. Yeah, more single target. Alright, dirty tricks. Chip shot, gouge, and sap no longer cost energy, which is like more of a PvP stuff. Long arm of the outlaw increases the range of your melee attacks by 2 yards while blade flurry is active. And with 3 yards that we've had, oh man, did we had like 3 yards somewhere around here? Maybe. Man, I've already saw like 3 yards increase, or maybe that was a feral druid. Oh, yeah. Here it is. Acrobatic strikes increases the range of your melee attacks by 3 yards, and then you can increase the range of your melee attacks by 2 yards even more while blade flurrying enemies, which is quite cool. Okay, quick draw. Half cost uses of pistol shot granted by Sinister Strike now generate 1 additional combo point and deal 15% additional damage. Alright. Dancing Steel. Blade Flurry strikes 3 additional enemies. Oh, pretty good AoE increase. And its duration is increased by 3 seconds. With 30 seconds cooldown, it's gonna be like what, 13 seconds uptime. And you can reduce cooldown of it. Yes, it was here. Sprint, vanish, killing spree, keep it rolling. Blade flurry, yeah. So you can have pretty good uptime on your blade flurries, and you're gonna strike way more enemies than you could before. Main gouge has an additional 5% chance to strike. So yeah, okay, increases to. Main gouge, then precise cuts. Blade flurry damage is increased. Oh, and we're going into our end game, like points of talents, and they are very so. Yeah, I guess Outlaw Rogue doesn't really want you to mix and match. If you're going into one, you're going into one, and you're not going into others, probably. Or you're making some weird shapes like without the center talents, which you're probably not gonna skip. So yeah, okay. Either killing spree, teleport to an enemy within 10 yards, attacking with both weapons for a total of physical damage over 2 seconds, while Blade Flurry is active, also hits up to 4 nearby enemies for 100% damage. 2 minutes cooldown, or Dread Blades, instant 30 energy, 1.5 minute cooldown, so minus half a minute cooldown. Strike at an enemy, dealing a little bit way less damage, physical damage, and empowering your weapons for 10 seconds, causing your Sinister Strike, Sepsis, Ambush, and Pistol Shot to fill your combo points, but your finishing moves consume 5% of your current health? That looks very interesting. So you being able to sell your life in order to deal way more damage is it can be quite frustrating for your healer. It can be devastating to your group if you're using it unwisely. But it looks pretty cool. So you're like you're striking with one strike. Then you're using your combo points are full. Then you're using your finishing move. It consumes 5% of your current health, though. How it's gonna work with absorbs? Is it gonna take the absorb? Probably not. Only health. Okay, very interesting stuff, and it's a trade-off ability, and trade-off ability are usually way more sketchy to use, but they are ones that are quite interesting. Precise cuts. Blade flurry damage is increased by an additional 3% per missing target below its maximum. Oh, so you would want to use your blood flurry damage. But it's only initial damage, or it's it's only initial damage, which means that what? If you've got it to 7, you can like strike 7 additional 7. So 21% additional damage, and not even 21. Yeah, 21%. Per missing target below its maximum. Yeah, 21% additional damage to Blade Flurry on single target. Okay, alright. Fan the Hammer. The energy cost of pistol shot is reduced by 5%. When Sinister Strike strikes an additional time, gain 1 additional half-cost use of pistol shot, max 5 stacks, and then it goes up to 10 energy cost reductions. Oh shit. Okay, okay, quite interesting. Don't know how it's gonna like impact you. Green skin tweakers. Between the eyes has a 20% chance per combo point, which means like 100% chance if you're spending 5 combo points to increase the damage of your next pistol shot by 300. So yeah, you can go pretty hard on your pistol shots and be a way more of a pirate. All right. Now we have our triple threat. Sinister Strike has a 10% chance. Oh, yeah, we saw it already. Here we have either Sepsis or Ghostly Strike. Sepsis is our is our Night Fae Covenant ability. Okay, 25 energy, 1.5 minutes cooldown. You're inflicting dot over the enemy, dealing nature damage. If the target survives full duration, they're getting additional instant damage. And you can use one stealth ability without going into stealth. Cooldown reduced by 30%, by 30 seconds if Sepsis does not last its full duration, with 1.5 minutes cooldown, awards 1 combo point. Just like additional, yeah, your like dots and nature damage are not quite your stuff, but it still can be good. It depends on depends on calculations and stuff. Or Ghostly Strike. Strikes and by the way, you can reduce the cooldown of your sepsis, which makes it very, very much better. Ghostly Strike strikes an enemy with a 30 energy cost and 35 seconds cooldown, which is quite less, dealing 1200 physical damage and causing the target to take 10% increased damage from your abilities for 10 seconds, awards 1 combo point. And that looks stronger against single target, because 10% increased damage from all your abilities. Yeah, less cooldown. Ghostly Strike is good. Then we have a Blade Rush. Instant 45 seconds cooldown. Charge to your target with your blades out, dealing physical damage to the target and half of that to all nearby enemies. While Blade Flurry is active, damage to non-primary targets is increased by 100%. Yeah, so even more AoE damage. Generates 25 energy over 5 seconds, 45 seconds cooldown. Pretty good AoE ability, additional AoE damage, always quite nice. Taken by surprise. Haste increased by 10% while stealthed, and for 10 seconds after leaving stealth. Okay, so like you're probably... Yeah, you're probably not gonna... Okay, I guess. But if I take 1 point out of that and give it here again, and if I take 1 point out of here, yeah, then I can go with Hidden Opportunity. Effects that grant a chance for Sinister Strike to strike an additional time also apply to Ambush. Alright, that's even more single target damage. If as you can see, I have not played Outlaw as much as I've played like Subtlety Rogue, which may show in my lesser reactions on on many stuff that we are currently seeing here. So I'm sorry for that, but like I'm doing what I can. So some kind of new work in progress stuff here. Restless Crew, Restless Blades, which is procs, which is like your reduction of cooldowns to your main cooldown abilities. When you're wait a second. Restless Blades also affect party members within 40 yards, reducing the remaining cooldown of a major offensive ability by 0.2 seconds per combo point spent. I know why it's work in progress, because it looks kind of bonkers. It looks like everybody is gonna have at least yeah, you can stack rogues because it can probably overlap somehow. It looks like broken, and probably they're gonna change it. But if they let it in the game, it's gonna be very interesting. Summarily dispatched. When your dispatch consumes 5 or more combo points, dispatch deals 5% increased damage and costs 5 less energy for 10 seconds, maximum 7 stacks. Adding a stack does not refresh the duration. Okay. And then it goes up to from like up to 20 seconds. All right. Keep it rolling. Instant 5 minutes cooldown. Increase the remaining duration of your active roll. The bones combat enhancement by 30 seconds. Yeah, and probably if you have stacked with your procced ones, yeah, you can get additional roll the bones buffs where yeah, activating adrenaline rush because your next roll the bones to grant at least 2 matches, and roll the bones has a 10% chance. No, that's the talent that I was looking for. Ambush and Dispatch have a 20% chance to grant you a roll the bones combat enhancement buff you do not already have for 5 seconds, and then you can like make them last instead of 5 seconds. If you have a bunch of them and they're right for you, you can like make them 30 seconds duration with 5 minutes cooldown. Though it's very big cooldown, which means like, yeah, probably not M+. Probably either raids or PvP. For PvP, it definitely looks kinda cool. Yeah, so that's our Outlaw Rogue. For my lack of knowledge, I guess it shows here because I can't really be excited probably that much. I've played it a little bit in Shadowlands as well, so but I haven't really played it so much that I would gather all the experience and feel of the specializations. Looks cool. Maybe I'm not the real fan of that pirate stylistic with pistols and stuff, but still, hope you enjoyed the video. If you don't mind, subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna be very pleased. Have a great day and goodbye.